Going the extra mile to get you financed.
In the special vehicle category, or the cars referred to as space frame vehicles, the competition is also exacting and fast. There are new cars, new designs, old favorites, and a burning desire to succeed, present with all the top competitors. But there is one new class making its appearance.
The class is A, which is our normal top class, which is totally unlimited suspension, unlimited power plant, and there's no limitations on suspension. Class B follows pretty similar guidelines, except that its capacity is limited to 2 litre. And then obviously we've got we're very excited about Class B, which started off as being a Pro 6. This class was designed specifically so that we can curb the expenses in this class and the guys can budget properly, that we don't have the runaway costs we have in Class A and in Class B. The V6 power plant is readily available, and there are various manufacturers that vehicles came out with that. The only real restriction on that is that it is only allowed to be a 2-wheel drive, and it has to retain the original inlet manifold. In short, that describes the class. And there's quite a few vehicles being built already, and I think it's going to be a tremendously exciting class.
The quality of the racing in the special vehicle category has grown rapidly due to the fact that there have been so many more entries in the last few seasons.
The growth of the South African space frame vehicle design and built has just skyrocketed. We've got BAT on the forefront there that's been dominating both A and B class for a couple of years now. Got over 35 vehicles racing locally. Have exported 2 cars to Australia already. Taken the original American concept, redesigned it specifically for our conditions, using a lot of proven parts. And I think we sit with a winning car there. We've also got the Zarkos, which is a uniquely South African car. Hendrik Fourie was adamant in trying to retain the costs of this vehicle, and has been very successful in it as well. And also last year, towards the end of last year, they moved into Class A. They already got a podium first place in one of their Zarkos, and developments is ongoing, and it's just up the standard for all the other local manufacturers. And the road forward, I think that our cars, the local cars, will be dominating still.
The BAT specification 1 through to 3 and now 4 certainly has revolutionized the sport here on local soil, but the foundation was laid by the old-time designs that were around and still are.
The Jimcos and the Porters have provided the platform for the design and the development of the uniquely South African vehicles, and they remain race winners in their own right. All that the local guys have done is they've customized the vehicles more to our conditions. Our conditions are, I believe, far rougher than what they are in the States. We do a lot more sharp cornering and deep washouts and ruts and stuff, and tight sections through felts, through typical bushveld scenery. And they've taken all the best out of the imported vehicles and put it into their local vehicles.
The Motorrad team has dominated proceedings in the last few years, and there are some teams who are ready to knock them off their perch.
Back on my side, eh? Okay.
As for the Century Racing team, they're ready to answer the call to action, even though their 2008 campaign did not exactly get off to a flying start after this year's Dakar Rally was cancelled due to political instability in Central Africa.
We didn't start 2008 very well with the Dakar not running. We're all ready to go, but well, plans have changed a bit. So we quickly got back here, and we tried to finish our brand new car for the season. As you can see behind you there, it's taking shape, almost finished and ready to be tested. Mark will be driving the new car with Rudy navigating, and we're hoping to do a good impression in the first few races. It's a clean sheet design, you know. We've started from scratch, and we've decided to try to build a 4-wheel drive Class A car, which hasn't properly been done in South Africa before. And we've taken a very different approach. We've turning the main components around in the chassis to make space for the 4-wheel drive system. And we've tried to keep it as small and light as possible, without compromising on the key areas like suspension and weight distribution.
The team have designed from scratch, fabricated and manufactured to make sure that it would face the rigors of a tough season.
Very early in the design, in the first design phase, we realized that because of the unusual layout of the engine and gearbox in the car, most standard components that you can buy off the shelf wouldn't work. So we started designing every single part on the car virtually. So we can say that 90% of the components in the car have been either locally machined or fabricated here in the workshop. And whatever standard parts we've used had to be modified to fit the car.
What were they trying to achieve with the new look Class A car?
Well, we've tried to create the best of both worlds between the SPs and the Class A's. The SPs are known to be fast in the tight stuff, where the four-wheel drive makes it very quick from corner to corner and exiting corners. The Class A cars are known to be fast in the rough and on long straights. Here we've got a no-compromise car, which should be good in all departments. We haven't even compromised on the suspension travel, that 400mm usually found on all specials. Yeah, we'll have to see where the weak point is, but we don't think there's one right now.
It's clear that the new Class A Century property development car is a mixture of the latest technology and old-time experience, and that's always a lethal combination. For the men and women who race under the tried and trusted BAT banner, there is a myriad of great memories to draw on, victories aplenty and years of experience.